Today, it's Madden NFL Football.
And we are underway from Houston. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
Since the Cardinals moved up and drafted him 10th overall out of UCLA back in 2018, Josh Rosen hadn't had much of a chance to get comfortable on an NFL roster. Physically, every attribute you look for in a quarterback, now it's all up to him to make the most of his opportunities.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rosen. He'll drop this down to Peterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And the catch good, it's Eifert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And off comes to Peterson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Tajay Sharp. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1. Peterson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Tyler Eifert from 4 yards out. And the Bulls have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's swung out wide to Sanders. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first crunch time this afternoon. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Sanders. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd and 12, Fields. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Fields now to throw. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2, Fields. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from evening this one up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Rosen to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Yeah, this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And now it's Rosen looking. Steps away to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now we've got a player shaken up, and it appears to be Rosen, who is in some distress. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 1st down is Rippon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Peterson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Andre Roberts there to make the grab. And the Bulls have moved out in front.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Fields. It's complete. He's got Gronk. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, it's Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Down right around the 25. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Play action. It's Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the air again, Fields. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from drawing level. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Rosen will throw. He's got his man Sharp, complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Houston's offense taking over again. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, that's complete to Sharp. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Here's a screen to Powell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action here with Rosen. Got a man here. It's Roberts. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Andre Roberts. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bulls are able to move back in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now out comes Houston. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Fields.
And he finds Gronk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
This is caught. It's Cooks, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Voyagers have yet again retaken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. On first down, it's Fields. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, it's Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They run again with Peterson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Rosen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rosen to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rosen to throw, and that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And here comes Rob Gronkowski and company. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed.
He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Josh Rosen in the offense, down by a field goal, 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Now Rosen on 1st down. Got his man. It's Eifert.
7 yards, the pickup there.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Complete to Eifert.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Rosen.
He's got that complete to Roberts.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Rosen to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here. Roberts with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Being chased out left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the home team here, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.